All right, here we go. Today we have Scott Payne, one of FBI's most prolific undercover agents who spent over 20 years infiltrating Nazis, the Ku Klux Klan, and biker gangs. He worked on dozens of cases, and since retiring, he's been recognized as one of the most storied agents since Joe Pistone, a.k.a. the real-life Donnie Brasco. Scott Payne, welcome to Vlad TV.
Thanks for having me, man.
Very, very interesting story, and I want to start on the very beginning. So you grew up in Greenville, South Carolina.
Yes. Yeah, born and raised. High school there, and then I went to college at Charleston Southern down in North Charleston, South Carolina, and played ball there. And then when I got out, I got hired by the Greenville County Sheriff's Office.
Well, I just want to talk about a couple of points while you're growing up.
Oh, yeah.
At one point, you started doing music.
Yes.
And that actually led into some kind of whacked out type of things like Satanism.
One of the, I always use air quotes when I say friend, but yeah, some of the guys that I was involved with, it was probably 7th grade, I probably started playing music, 7th or 8th grade. And yeah, one of the guys in the groups was messing around with witchcraft and stuff in the 80s. And then that led into darker stuff like Satanism. And at that point in my life, I was pretty lost. I was angry. I was angry, but if looking back, my parents got divorced. I didn't know it at the time, but as you get older and you look back, you can go, okay, I see what happened. I had this I don't care attitude. Like, hey, are you okay with us arguing and fighting? Yeah, I don't care. But that I don't care went in everything I did. So intro into the Satan, where the witchcraft led to Satanism, and yeah, I was going in full speed.
So you were a devil worshiper at one point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any interesting adventures during the Satan worshiping time? Any human sacrifices?
No. The animals. I was pretty.
You were doing animal sacrifices?
Not a sacrifice, but I would shoot anything that came in my yard, and not for hunting, not for being nice, not for eating. It was just to be mean. So, yeah, like I said, I was in a dark spot. I mean, back then you had cassette players, so you could I made it to where, like, when you crank up the car, it's right at a certain part of a song. Mm-hmm. And, I had a Volkswagen at the time. Oddly enough, my first car was a VW Bug. They got good headroom, not a lot of leg room, but, there was the only place that we could take it to was a Christian auto shop. And I remember just being so daggum evil that there was like either band Halloween or Grim Reaper or something like that. And there's like a satanic part where somebody's talking like a demon or devil, and I'd set it to that. So whenever they cranked up my car, it'd be loud playing that. So that's just pure evil, man. I was not in a good spot.
Well, you had a hallucination at one point?
I'm not gonna say it's a hallucination. This is what I saw, because I'd only been drinking. I didn't have anything in my system that would make you hallucinate. I had started doing this shtick, if you want to call it that, where I would talk in like a demon voice, kind of like Freddy Krueger, but darker. And I got to the point to where I was getting so deep into that kind of stuff that I was losing my friends. I was scaring people, and I'd watched all the movies from A to Z that were horror at the movie store. And there was this one movie where it was about demonic possession. And what I did is after a night of drinking, not like a lot, we went to a house party. I didn't drive there. I rode with a buddy. And at the end of the night, we were crashing at this house. And I was laying on the couch in a room, and my buddy, one of my good friends, still one of my best friends today, was on the bed. And I did this skit reacting the movie where the demonic possession happened. And I basically, you talk in your voice, then you talk in the demon voice, and it's like you're fighting back and forth. And in the end, you laugh like the demon because the demon wins and possesses the person. And when I did that, as I was laughing like the demon, I was laying on the couch facing the back of the couch. And as I was laughing like the demon, as if the demon had won, I rolled over. And when I rolled over, what I saw was like a watery red image. So if you look at the water, the ripples kind of wave a little bit. It was all red, and there was a demon, if not the devil, I don't know, looking at me, smiling with his finger going like this, saying, "Come here." And yeah, from there to the light switch, probably an arm's length, I don't know, a couple of feet. I screamed bloody murder. I was as white as a sheet. I was panting and sweating. And my buddy jumped out of the bed and he goes, "What in the heck is going on, man?" And I said, "If you ever hear me use that voice again, if you ever hear me doing this again, you got my permission." I said something to the effect of, "You got my permission to take a bat and crack me across the head with it, man." And everything in the room just got calm. And he leaned in and he looked right in my eyes and he said, "I told you so." I don't remember him ever telling me that before. For me, that was the spirit coming in, looking at me saying, "I told you, didn't I?" And I didn't sleep that night. I don't know how many miles it was, but I walked to a church that I'd been to before. That was a Saturday night. I walked to church, stayed for every service, and that's pretty much it for me and devil worshiping. I was out.